أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. The day of judgment لا تقوم الساعة إلا على شرار الناس. The day of judgment will only occur on the worst of people. So the people who are living when the hour starts are the worst of humanity. Why? Because all of us Salihin died. After Islam prevails and the religion is victorious, وَتَعْلُوا كَلِمَةْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ, the word of Allah is high. After that, things will go down from there. So the greatest victory...
Bam. Greeting the words of Assalamu alaikum, which means peace and blessings be upon you. And I mentioned both Jesus and Muhammad's names, peace be upon them both, because they were both messages of truth and reality. And you're looking at the Underground Railroad. And I want to say hi to the people that we be looking at this over in cyberspace in the United States, Canada, Central America, Africa, the UK, Europe, and the Middle East. I'm leaving out somebody. Asia, I think. And I have my co-host with me, Alderman Virgil Jones. And I have brothers and sisters from my masjid, a mosque. People don't know what that means. People that are non-denominational, like a church, but it's not a church. Okay. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves. And Alderman Jones, thank you all for always sitting on my right-hand side, okay?
No, thank you, brother.
Okay. And we're going to talk about marriage.
No, thank you, brother.
Okay. And we're going to talk about marriage. Here comes the bride, here comes the bride, but we ain't off into that today. But, okay, so introduce yourself, please, and thank you for accepting the invitation. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's
you tell us something about yourself, please.
Aishah, go to Mass Farooq on, what is it, 89th and Stoney Island?
8950 South Stoney.
8950 South
Mass
Stoney
Farooq.
Island. Mass Farooq, what's that? 8726 South Halsted. Yeah, so we're born and raised Chicago, so just, you know.
Okay. I want to start out with, like I said, this show is about marriage. And I want to ask, I'm going to start with Brother Mujaahhid, what are the reasons, unlike Christianity, with all due respect to other denominations, what are the reasons that you seek out just getting the permission?
Pleasure to be out here tonight with you, beloved. My name is Mujaahhid Abdul-Jabbar, and I come here to sit with my brothers tonight, and hopefully maybe I can share something, another perspective that haven't been exposed before.
Is it all right to ask your wife in Islam, what are the reasons?
Well, to be quite frank, some of the reasons boil down to, one, looking for someone that's going to help in my journey getting near to the Creator.
Yes, sir.
And I don't think anybody want to be with anyone who is going to prevent them from reaching their goal.
Yes, sir.
And as a Muslim, your goal is to sit up here and try to reach and come near and make steps in the direction towards the one who created the heavens and earth.
Yes, sir.
Some of the qualifications, some of the qualities that, to answer your question, that a Muslim maybe, or Muslims do look for, is piety or obedience to the Creator and His commandments.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we're not blinded by good looks.
No.
We're not blinded by the benefit of being with someone who is fortunate and well off in terms of financial stability.
Yes, sir.
And it does help if a woman or your significant other or the one that you intend to marry has some form of class about themselves as well, and some form of dignity. Yes, sir. And some form of even status in the society, which a lot of people don't recognize Muslim women do have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One question.
Well, you know, I recalled years ago I heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. All right? Question was asked, what is marriage and love? And I know all these years what he said.
Break it down.
Two people trying to please each other. See, some people have that. What do you think about that?
Trying to please each other.
When I look at, when I ponder on the marriage between me and my wife over the last 10 years, that's it's a constant, you know, submission and constant acceptance of all of that. Okay, it's instances where I gotta, you know, throw up the white flag. There's times that she gotta, you know, times she done thrown the white towel in the ring and said, I give up. Let's, you know. And I think about my mother and father. My father's birthday was today. He became 71 years old. Praise be to the Most High. But they've been married for the last 45 years, and I almost feel like we need to have them on speed dial on this conversation, because they can answer that question in a very diabolical way. Okay.
I got to get a time out.
Never have forgotten.
I got to wave out my white flag. You know what? People that don't know, I just got married. And you know what? I would say, praise be to Allah for my beautiful wife. So, I'm sorry. So, but I'm saying, you know, Miss Bradley or Miss Muhammad, whatever name you want to keep. So, okay. But, Mr. Mujaahhid, I would like to ask you, when a female, a Muslima, is looking for a prospective husband, does she go out on her own to look for him, or does she go to a wali? People don't even know what a wali is, but does she go out on her own seeking a husband, or does she, you know, what does she do?
You know what, I think if she's been raised Muslim and she has family that's Muslim, the males in her family, her brother, her father, it was my cousin, but if you if you just convert to Islam and you don't really have anyone, it's always best to go to the imam, you know, and have him appoint someone or play that protector part so that you can give him pretty much an idea of what you want, and he will be able to personally understand who the brother is. And because really on the outside you can't really see, but you know, some brothers can kind of tell what other brothers is on. They have a keener type of eye, I think.
That's what happened to my wife. I had brother Talif. I had to be appointed because she didn't have a community she belonged to. Thank you, brother Talif. Sister Jamela, but go ahead.
Well,
that's good.
I have a question, sister. First of all, I want to say the word Muslim means the righteous one.
Okay.
The word Muslima means the righteous woman. Right? When you translate it into English. And in order to be righteous, then you don't just a man, but you're in the company of a man when other folks are present. Am I correct?
Yeah. That's you know, public places. It's actually when when a man and a woman are alone together, Shaitan is the third.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So you want to, you know, stay away from that. That's why the wali is always put in place. And
just go out with.
It's not even, you know, it's because he can whisper and things happen.
I just wanted to have you to say that, you know, so that sisters understand, because many times they don't understand that part of a Muslim woman having a wali, or in essence that means
chaperone,
a chaperone,
Yeah.
All right, to be.
I have some sisters, where they're trying to get in that marriage place that they actually have Wali on the phone with them, not even have a, one, three-way calling type of thing, just that extra protection.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Now, you know what? We have 3 telephone callers, and you know what? I'd be remiss if I did not give the callers the opportunity to, to give their questions, because they're the reason that we on. So, caller, go ahead and beat the drums, caller. Go ahead. Now, I don't know what type of game is going on, so you know what? I'll just...
Next call.
Next caller.
Yes, the young lady, she seems like a really sweet young lady, and I just wanted to know what were her feelings on the Islamic law that allows her husband to have more than one wife. And also, I noticed her husband had made a comment about her financial well-being, and I thought that it was his job to be the provider instead of worrying about how much money she made. Thank you.
That's a good question.
okay.
Either one of y'all.
Well, I guess the first question was about
It was
the
about
polygamy.
a polygamy, a Muslim man being able to have the ability to have
marry.
more than one wife.
Well, that is always a main topic. Me personally, I separate myself from that. I honestly look at it as, I don't know, really, his thing. I don't think it really involves me. I don't think I really have to be affected by it. I don't think that whatever problem he has or whatever situation he has going on outside of my house should be brought into my house. And also just his connection with his Lord, with that, of him being fearful of the day of judgment, of being raised disfigured because he has not been just. So that's really between him and his Lord on how he deals with that. That is not a part of my worship or my thing. But financially,
it said something. Then that second question was posed to you about the financial. I think the saying that she was not supposed to work, I may be getting the question wrong.
Well, it sounded like she was pointing out what I was talking about, the 4 qualities that a Muslim looks for. And I was basically pointing out this is not the qualities that a man looks. This is not just the qualities that a man looks for in a woman. These are also the qualities that a woman looks for in a man.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And yes, she's right. The man is the provider. But it's nothing. And with that being said, if my wife is making $1 million and I'm only making $100,000, according to Islam, I can't ask her for nothing.
Yes, sir.
That's Islam.
Yes.
And I still supposed to take care of her with that $100,000 that I have. It's up to her discretion, what she does with that $1 million. Yes. She don't have to give me not 1/4.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. The day of judgment لا تقوم الساعة إلا على شرار الناس. The day of judgment will only occur on the worst of people. So the people who are living when the hour starts are the worst of humanity. Why? Because all of us Salihin died. After Islam prevails and the religion is victorious, وَتَعْلُو كَلِمَةْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ, the word of Allah is high. After that, things will go down from there.